Hello students, welcome back to our channel. In the last lecture of calculus, we discussed some questions from Maclaurin expansion. Those questions are purely from Maclaurin expansion. But in this lecture, we will discuss those questions from Maclaurin expansion which require successive differentiation. So in these questions, we will use some techniques of successive differentiation to expand the function as Maclaurin expansion. So without delaying, let's start the lecture. Start question number 1. In this question, in the left hand side, you have given sine inverse x whole square. So you have to expand this function as Maclaurin expansion. It means to use Maclaurin expansion, you need first order derivative, second order derivative, and higher order derivative. So to compute these higher order derivative, we need successive differentiation techniques, Leibniz rule, etc. So this question is a combination of successive differentiation and Maclaurin expansion. Let's start the question. So consider this function y is equal to sine inverse x whole square. Now first we will calculate first order, second order and higher order derivative using successive differentiation. So y1 first order derivative 2 sine inverse x, and the derivative of sine inverse x is 1 minus x square. Now cross multiply this, 1 minus x square into y1 is equal to 2 sine inverse x. Now remove this square root by squaring both sides. So if you square both sides, then you have 1 minus x square y1 square is equal to 4 sine inverse x whole square. Now what is sine inverse x whole square? That is y. So you have it is 4y. So you have net expression 1 minus x square y1 square is equal to 4y. Now again differentiate with respect to x. So use product rule, 1 minus x square as it is, derivative of y1 square is 2y1 y2 plus y1 square as it is, derivative of 1 minus x square is minus 2x, and the derivative of 4y is 4y1. Now you can cancel 2y1 throughout. So this implies 1 minus x square y2. You have cancelled 2y1. 2y1. So remaining is minus x y1 is equal to 2. Cancelling 2y1 throughout. So here we have this equation. Now we apply Leibniz rule for product differentiation to compute higher order derivative. So apply Leibniz rule. So now we will apply Leibniz rule in this equation. So rewrite the equation star again, 1 minus x square y2 minus x y1 is equal to 2. So that was the equation star. Now apply Leibniz rule, 1 minus x square, the nth derivative of y2 is y n plus 2 plus nc1. nc1 means n, y n plus 1 reduce by 1, n plus 2 is reduced by 1, n plus 1, and the derivative of 1 minus x square is minus 2x plus nc2. nc2 means n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial. Reduce this by 1 again, yn, and the derivative of minus 2x is minus 2. Okay, now applies Leibniz rule for this term also. Minus x as it is, nth derivative of y1 is y n plus 1 plus nc1 means n reduced by 1 yn. The derivative of x is 1 and the derivative of 2 is 0. So this is the net equation. Now simplify. 1 minus x square yn plus 2 minus 2nx minus 2nx and minus x. So collect the terms of yn plus 1, yn plus 1, yn plus 1. So yn plus 1. So this is, take minus common, 2nx 2n plus 1x. Okay, now cancel this 2 with 2, minus n square n into n square yn with a negative sign plus nyn. Again open the bracket, minus n yn is 0. So cancel this one. So what we have, 1 minus x square yn plus 2 minus 2n plus 1 into x yn plus 1 is equal to n square yn. So this is the net equation. Suppose this is 3. Call this equation E. So this is our main equation. Now this equation will be used to compute higher order derivative at 0. For x is equal to 0, replace x by 0. What you have? Put x is equal to 0. The n plus 2th derivative at 0. Because of x is 0, it will vanish, and what you have, n square yn 0. So this equation helps us to compute the higher order derivative at 0. Okay. Now what is y? Y is equal to sine inverse x whole square. So y0, put x is equal to 0. Sine 0 is 0. So therefore this is 0. Sine inverse 0 is 0. And now what is the value of y1? Y1 is 2 sine inverse x over 1 minus x square. That was y1. So you can compute y10 also here. Y10 is, again put x is equal to 0, you will get 0. So y0 is 0 and y10 is 0. From this equation star, you can compute y20. Put x is equal to 0 here. x0 will vanish this term. So y20 is 2. So what we have, y0, y10, y20. Okay. Now we will compute y30. Y30 means third derivative at 0. So for y3, put n is equal to 1. If you require y3, then put n is equal to 1. y30 is, put n is equal to 1, 1 square y10. But y10 is 0. Y10 is 0. Now you can compute y40. Put n is equal to 2. 2 plus 2, 4. Y40 is 2 square y20. Y20 is 2. So this will be 2 into 2 square. Now you can compute y50. Put n is equal to 3. 3 square y30. But y30 is 0. So this will be 0. Compute y60. Y60 means put n is equal to 4. 4 plus 2, 6. So 4 square y40. But y40 is 2 into 2 square. This is y40 and 4 square. Why we have calculated up to 6? Because in the statement of the question, we have to expand the function up to 6 power. So we require x6, therefore we have calculated the 6th derivative at 0. Now we will use all these values in Maclaurin expansion formula. So what is Maclaurin expansion formula? Y is equal to sine inverse x whole square is equal to y0 plus x time y10 plus x square by 2 factorial y20 plus x cube by 3 factorial y30 plus x4 by 4 factorial y40 plus x5 by 5 factorial y50 plus x6 by 6 factorial y60 and so on. Now what is y0? Y0 is 0. Y10 is also 0. So these two terms will not appear in the expansion. Now x square by 2 factorial. Y20 is 2 plus x cube by 3 factorial. Y30 is 0 plus x4 by 4 factorial. You can write 0 in place of this term also. 0 plus 0. Okay. x4 by 4 y2 y40 y40 is 2 into 2 square 2 into 2 square. Again y5 is 0 x6 by 6 factorial. Y6 is what is the value of y6 is 2 into 2 square into 4 square and so on. Now simplify further. 2 x square by 2 factor. You can cancel also, but in the answer we require this 2, so we are not going to cancel this one. So this is 0. Now this is 2 into 2 square x4 by 4 factorial. Okay, so you can write this as per the requirement of the question, you can write this as 2 square by 4 factorial into 2x4. x5 is 0. Now next term is x6. So as per the requirement of the question, you can write this as 2 square 4 square by 6 factorial 2x6. And so this completes the solution of this question. Okay students, so let's see the next question. In this question again you have to use successive differentiation to compute this one, and using that successive differentiation you have to find out the Maclaurin expansion of the given function. So again this question is of the same type. So let's start the solution of this question. So consider y is equal to cos of m sine inverse x. Now compute y1 minus sine first derivative of m sine inverse x, and the derivative of m sine inverse x is m over 1 minus x square. Okay, again as usual cross multiply. 1 minus x square y1 is equal to minus m sine of m sine inverse x. To remove this square root, square both side. 1 minus x square y1 square is equal to m square sine square m sine inverse x. Now I want to use this value, so I have to convert this sine into cos. So to use this value we have to convert this into cos. So what is the formula? M square 1 minus cos square m sine inverse x. Now this is y. So this is m square 1 minus y square. 1 minus y square. Now this is the simplified form. Now you are in position to differentiate further. So use product rule. 1 minus x square as it is, the derivative of y1 square is 2y1 y2 plus y1 square as it is, derivative of 1 minus x square is minus 2x, and the derivative of the right hand side is m square minus 2y y1. Cancel throughout 2y1 2y1. Okay, 1 minus x square y2 2y1 cancel out, x y1 is equal to minus m square y. Okay, now you can shift this minus m square y to the left hand side and this will be 0. Okay, now apply Leibniz rule to compute higher order derivative. So 1 minus x square as it is, the nth derivative of this y n plus 2 plus nc1 means n, reduce this by 1, y n plus 1 into minus 2x plus nc2 n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial, reduce this by 1, yn minus 2. Okay, now apply Leibniz rule for this also. Minus x yn plus 1, another derivative y1 plus n yn, the derivative of x is 1 plus m square, another derivative of y is yn is equal to 0. Okay, now simplify this further. One minus x square y n plus 2. Again here you have minus 2 nx yn plus 1, 2 get cancelled, and this minus x yn plus 1. So this will be again 2n plus 1 x times y n plus 1. Okay, n square yn minus nyn, and this, because here we have minus n minus plus, so this nyn get cancelled with this nyn. So what we are left with, n square yn. So this is negative minus n square yn is plus m square yn is 0. Now you can rewrite this as 1 minus x square yn plus 2 minus 2n plus 1 times x yn plus 1 is equal to, shift these two values to the right hand side, n square minus m square yn. Now to calculate these higher order derivative at 0, put x is equal to 0. Put x is equal to 0 here. So what you have, yn plus 2 at 0. Put x is equal to 0. Because this here x is multiplication, in multiplication, so it will get 0 is equal to n square minus m square yn into yn at 0. So this is our first part of the question. We have computed the higher order derivative at 0. Now we will use all these expressions to calculate Maclaurin expansion formula. So these are three main results which we are using for further calculation. y1, this equation and this equation. So now we calculate y at 0. Y at 0. Put x is equal to 0 here. Sin inverse 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. So y0 is 1. Now y1 0, because sin inverse 0 is 0 and this whole gets 0, so y1 0 is 0. Now put x is equal to 0 here. y2 0, x is 0, so this get vanish, minus m square y0, but y0 is 1, so this is minus m square. Now we have computed y0, y1, first derivative at 0, second derivative at 0. So higher order derivative at 0 are computed from here. So put n is equal to 1, y3 0, y3 0, and 1 square minus m square y1 0, but y1 0 is 0, so it will 0. So y4 0, put n is equal to 2 here, 2 square minus m square y2 0, but y2 0 is minus m square, so this will be minus m square 2 square minus m square. Now y5 0, put n is equal to 3 here, 3 square minus m square, y3 0, y3 0 is again 0, so it get vanished. Now y6 0 is, put n is equal to 4 here, 4 square minus m square y4 0, but y4 0 is minus m square 2 square minus m square, this is the value of y4 0, and you have 4 square minus m square. So we have computed these values. So if you observe that the odd suffix is 3, 5, y1, y1, y3, y5, they are 0. Similarly, if you compute y7, that will also 0, and y8 will be y8 0, y7 0 is 0, and y8 0 will be minus m square 2 square minus m square 4 square minus m square, and next will be into 6 square minus m square. So if you generalize this result, yn0 for n is even, so this will be minus m square. See here 4, if you are using 4 here, then it is stopping at 2. If you are using 6, it is stopping at 4. If you are using 8, it is terminating at 6. So 8 minus 2 6, 6 minus 2 4, 4 minus 2 2. So minus m square 2 square minus m square up to and so on, n minus 2 square minus m square, n minus 2 square minus m square. This is the nth derivative at 0 when n is even. Okay, so we are using all these values to expand Maclaurin expansion formula. So in the Maclaurin expansion formula, y is cos m sin inverse x, y is cos m sin inverse x, and this is y0 is 1 plus y1 0 is 0, so we are leaving that term. y2 0 is minus m square x square by 2 factorial. y3 0 is 0, so we are leaving that. Next is y4 0 is minus m square 2 square minus m square x4 by 4 factorial. Next is y5 0 is 0, y6 0 is this one, so again minus m square 2 square minus m square 4 square minus m square. We are using y6 0, therefore x6 by 6 factorial, and likewise minus m square 2 square minus m square up to n minus 2 square minus m square xn by n factorial if n is even. Okay, if n is even. Okay, so this completes the solution of this question, and this question is very important for the examination point of view. This question is oftenly asked in various examination undergraduate students. Okay, so let's start. the last question of today's lecture. That question is also very important, and this question will use the substitution method. Let's finish the last question of today's lecture. In this question, you have to use the method of differentiation and integration. What does it mean? Differentiation and integration. It means first we find out the first derivative dy by dx or y1, and then we integrate y1 y1 again to get the original function as an expansion. So first we differentiate it, and then we integrate back to get original function as an expansion. So first we have to use a suitable substitution to cancel this inverse trigonometric function. So suppose y is equal to tangent inverse 1 plus x square minus 1 minus x square whole divided by 1 plus x square plus 1 minus x square. So first we will use this suitable substitution. Put x square is equal to cos theta. X square is equal to cos theta. Then you have 1 plus x square minus 1 minus x square divided by 1 plus x square plus 1 minus x square. Put x square is equal to cos theta. Then you have 1 plus cos theta under the square root. 1 plus cos theta minus 1 minus cos theta and 1 plus cos theta plus 1 minus cos theta. So use the trigonometric formula 2 cos square theta by 2. Outside is square root, so we write it at root 2 cos square theta by 2. So root 2 and we have cos theta by 2 minus this is 2 sin square theta by 2 square root 2. The remaining is sin theta by 2. Now in the denominator again root 2 cos theta by 2 plus root 2 sin theta by 2. Now cancel root 2 throughout. You have cos theta by 2 minus sin theta by 2 divided by cos theta by 2 plus sin theta by 2. Divide numerator and denominator by throughout cos theta by 2. If you divide the numerator by cos theta by 2, 1 minus tangent theta by 2. Similarly, divide the denominator by cos theta by 2, 1 plus tangent theta by 2. So it is a formula of tangent pi by 4 minus theta by 2. Now substitute here this. So we have tangent inverse tangent pi by 4 minus theta by 2. These are inverse function cancelled out. Pi by 4 minus theta by 2. So this is y. Now differentiate, put the value of theta. Pi by 4 minus 1 by 2. What will be theta from here? Theta will be cos inverse x square. Cos inverse x square. So this is y. Now differentiate y1. Derivative. Do the derivative. Derivative of pi by 4 is 0 minus 1 by 2. The derivative of cos inverse x square is minus square root 1 minus x4, and the derivative of x square is 2x. So cancel this 2 with this. So what we have? We have y1 is equal to x into 1 minus x4 raised to power minus 1 by 2. Now use binomial expansion for this formula. 1 minus x raised to power n is equal to 1 minus nx plus n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial x square and so on. So 1 minus, replace x by x4, replace instead of x x4, and instead of n you replace minus 1 by 2. So it will be plus 1 by 2 x4 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 minus 1 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 divided by 2 factorial x4 square and so on. So this will x1 plus x4 by 2. You can neglect this term because in answer we are not required of this. Okay, so this will be x plus x5 by 2 and so. Now this is y1. Y1 means first derivative. Now I want to get the original function back. So derivative is here, you integrate it, integrating both sides. We have x square by 2 plus x6 by 12 and so this completes the solution of this question. So that's all about today's lecture. Hope you have enjoyed the lecture, and if you like our contents, our channel, then please like our video and share with your friends. Thank you.